Welcome back to Never Famous. Please make sure to drop a like, comment, and subscribe. I'm Adi. To my left is Ro. Today we are reacting to a story coming out of Canada. It really caught my attention. Let's just get right into it.
Canadians are facing an affordability crisis, and the Trudeau government, they're focused on man ponds. Hi, I'm Brian Lilly, political columnist for the Toronto Sun. You may have heard by now a lot of chatter online about the fact that across federally regulated workplaces, federal workplaces, the Trudeau government has mandated that employers have to provide menstrual products in every single washroom, toilet facility there is. Men's, women's, gender neutral. You've got to make sure that you've got tampons and pads available. Former Conservative Senator Linda Frum posting this photo on Twitter and saying, back in the day when only women menstruated, we had to pay for our own products. But now that men menstruate too, these products, as of this week, are mandated to be free.
Yeah, so I'm confused. Like, this is one of those things that, are we saying, are we removing the word trans from trans women? I was just calling everybody woman. Like, we are getting rid of that signifier that tells me you used to be a man and now you're not.
I'm not sure about like culturally, society wise, but I definitely think that there are like people who identify themselves as just women that initially like were trans women, like or were men that.
Then what do you? Then you're not just a woman. You're a trans woman.
I'm not disagreeing. I just think that there are people who are identifying as just
you can
women.
identify as whatever you want, but like if you used to be a man and now you're not, you're a trans woman, and that's the reason why you have to put the word trans in it, because you're transitioning. Because I think now we're playing very, very funny games,
semantics,
where not just the semantics. So one, we are messing up the language. It's one aspect of it, to the point that we're just going to confuse people. That's one thing, and then you're going to play it into the later down the road. Are we going to say every woman is a woman? So if a man it's not attracted to what used to be a trans woman and now you're trying to call it just a woman, then there's something wrong with them. And then you're going to put your people in situations where they may attack someone physically because they got tricked into these types of situations.
Yeah, yeah, just cut me out on this part. I don't got nothing for you on that one.
Because I'm just saying, like, why are we getting rid of, like, back when only women menstruate? They do. Only women menstruate.
In all men's washrooms, in all federal workplaces, including Parliament Hill, where this photo was taken today. Now, I think former Senator Frum, is being a bit tongue-in-cheek. Of course, men don't menstruate, and I don't care how you slice it biologically, that does not happen. But this being the politically correct era that we're in, we've got to pretend that they do. It simply doesn't happen. But the Trudeau government is pushing this forward, and it's not just in federal workplaces. It's actually.
So what? This is just a question out of curiosity. What makes you a woman? Is it you menstruating, or you having a vagina, or when you were born on your birth certificate it says woman? Like, what makes you a woman? I just want to know, because a lot of these things are all changing. Apparently, men menstruate now, and you can change your gender on your birth certificate. And you can obviously change your genitalia as well. So I don't know. I'm just wondering, like, what justifies as a woman in America in 2023, 2024?
I have no idea. To me, if you ask me, was a woman somebody who's not a girl and is an adult? That's a female. That's a woman to me. If you're a grown up female, that's a woman. That's why you're a woman, not a girl.
All right, so we got to start asking like people how they identify. Everybody, what do you identify as? Like, I'm just gonna start asking.
I ain't gonna do that shit. I'm gonna treat you whatever you look like. So this is a part of it that's very weird to me, because to me, this is all weird virtue signaling to say by Trudeau, whoever the hell passed this, to say I'm on whatever I believe is the right side of it, because how that person tweeted, they were being a little bit sarcastic, but it made sense. Why are you putting these products in the bathroom if they were not there to begin with, even in the women's bathroom? This is only to send a signal, nothing else. And
who's the signal for?
Why do you need to be impacting everybody else's life for something that's going to impact somebody in a very, very, very minute population? Because the reality of it is, Most people, they would just go about their day to day life and they would treat people, like normal. And for something like this, where you're trying to mandate all these kinds of things, you're only doing this to gain some form of political point somewhere.
Yeah.
Don't make sense to me.
Workplaces, it's actually all federally regulated workplaces, which means broadcasting outfits, television stations, it means banks, it means ports, it means trucking companies. And listen to what they say on their website about this. The regulations specify that menstrual products must be in all toilet rooms regardless of their marked genders. This means that every female identified, male identified, and all gender toilet rooms will need to have menstrual products. Unrestricted access to menstrual products better protects menstruating employees and make sure that they feel safe to use the toilet room that best reflects their genders. Menstruating employees, they don't even use the term women. Now, how many people who menstruate no longer identify as women? It's got to be a minuscule amount. But this is my ongoing issue with this. We are eliminating the word women. We are eliminating the language that identifies women as being distinct from men from our language, all because of an attempt to be politically correct when it comes to transgender issues. You can be respectful of people who are transgendered. You can be respectful of what they are going through. You can not diminish them in any way, shape, or form without diminishing women. It doesn't have to do that. But what we are doing is diminishing women, menstruating employees, women or people who are pregnant, people who menstruate. These are terms that are now being used for words that we just used to say women. This is absolutely bonkers. But this is the focus of the Trudeau government. We've got.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be completely. So this is one of those things that I'm gonna be like, let's say you are transgender, right? And you used to be a woman and now you're a man. Are you truly offended because they're referencing someone who can have a kid as a woman? Don't you want to be a man now? Toughen the fuck up. Because this technically impacts, I'm guessing, people who used to be women that transition to be a man. And if that is what's happening, then be a man. There's a bunch of shit that's happening with men, and we just got to toughen up and live with it and deal with it. As a man, you go through worse shit. You're ignored mostly in society. Then why the fuck do you want so much attention? Be a man about it. Toughen the fuck up. That's normally what a man gets told.
And they not used to not get like having to deal with the lack of like attention. It sounds like kind of stupid to say, but like of a lot of time how we've talked about, men aren't even like really noticed in society. Like the average man isn't really noticed in society, like just on a common shit. And I think women aren't used to that. Like women are a lot more looked at, a lot more like noticed than we are, type shit. So to transition from a woman to being a man, I think that gotta play a little part in it, like at least like a half a percent or something, because there's a whole lot of differences, and nothing. I've always wondered, like, so for example, these women that are or I get these people that started out as women and transitioned into men, and they're using a man's bathroom. I'm genuinely interested in, do they ever have a fear of being like assaulted in any form or fashion? Because I think like that's why women don't use men's
Nah,
bathrooms.
so I'll tell
That's
you
not
this.
why, but that's
Well,
that's
I'm
one
gonna
of
tell
the
you this.
reasons.
So there's a couple things. One, uh, being in the men's bathroom my entire life, we don't give a fuck if a woman comes inside the bathroom. Like I know you've probably been in a club, you've been at a hotel where a woman just walks into the bathroom, and you probably look at it and don't pay two shits, two minds.
No, yeah, I'll look at that and like they'll notice because they'll be like, oh, it's all dudes
Like
in
I'd
here,
be
and
like,
then they'll walk out.
or you'd be like, what the fuck you doing? Or like sometimes I go straight to a stall just because there's a line at the women's bathroom or something.
Yeah.
Like that has happened to me, and like we don't give two shits about it. But I understand it from a woman's perspective. One, when a woman goes into the bathroom, is not as to me, it's not as easy of a process as it is for a man. So from a perspective of being vulnerable, you are in a much more vulnerable position. So if you're in a place where now anybody can identify as a woman and just go in, I can see why women will be concerned about it.
Yeah, that's what my question was. Like I'm genuinely interested in knowing some of these women's concerns, or like or how they feel about it. If they're concerned or not at all. Like I'm genuinely interested because I'm like, I know there's a lot of creeps out there. And I'm like, and there's a lot of creeps in both ways, but
But what I'm saying, like a lot of women need to either speak out on this type of stuff, be more vocal. Because it was funny, we did a video about the men identifying as non-binary to go to the tech conference, right?
Yeah.
Uh, but technically, if we keep going with this mindset, this same argument can be doing just to go into any bathroom. You know what I mean? Like I can just say right now I feel as non-binary and start going into women's bathrooms. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if I were to have any form of ill intent from a physicality perspective, most women cannot deter an individual man.
And that's what I'm saying. Like that's kind of my point where I'm scared for if I'm being honest, for the women like in my life. I'm scared for women, period, but especially the women in my life. Like I have a lot of female friends. I have a lot of sisters. I have nieces. I had like cousins, aunts, all that stuff. That like there's a lot of women that I care about in life that I'm like I wouldn't want them to ever go through any type of like BS, but especially not like something in a bathroom where you thinking like yo it's only women in here and like and it's not that. It's that it could be somebody that's a man that's bullshit and like nah I'm non-binary, he bullshit and then he really just wants to assault or attack any woman. Like I think that sucks for these women to be able like to protect themselves. They're gonna have to carry something to defend themselves at all times. Like it's scary, man. It's a scary world because I think all right, yeah, it does happen to women. Like stuff happens on the street, stuff happens outside, like stuff whatever. But they're not walking around with the same level of comfort of like, yo, I'm in a women's bathroom as opposed to you being outside and something happening
Yeah.
to you. Like I think it's two completely different things. So it's just it's a scary time we live in. I
Yeah.
think that like how he's saying we're moving so many things around and adjusting so many things around for the smallest percentage of people in the country type shit. Like one of the smallest groups, but they have probably one of the strongest effects or impacts on our society.
What I think what people are saying is don't try to negate that women are just women and that their spaces need to be respected and that in some cases, in many cases, you are invading a space that originally was not designed for you. And I'm not an advocate of removing the word trans from in front of women or men because at the end of the day you are a trans woman or a trans man, and if you want to be accepted as such is one thing, but now if you want me to go beyond and say just accept me as a woman or accept me as a man, then you want me to be delusional, and I cannot do that.
But
And I'm not saying this from a perspective of like transgender people are going to try to assault women or something like that. But changing the rules in the way that it is setting it up in a way that people that do have ill intent can manipulate those rules and utilize it
yeah,
and put more people in danger.
yeah, exactly. You said that better than I did. All right. Well, let us know how you guys feel about tampons in the bath in men's bathrooms. What if they do that in America? How would you guys feel about that? I think that we just fuck around so much. Like we would just like make a
Bro,
like
there's barely toilet papers at many public restrooms. How the fuck you think they're gonna keep that shit stocked up?
that's it. You know what? Can you play a couple more seconds of this because he was about to say something that I did want to hear.
Food affordability crisis. We've got a housing affordability crisis. We've got immigration outpacing the ability to build new housing, driving up housing prices even higher. We've got a military that doesn't have what they need, but we've got to make sure that they've got man ponds available to them. Does any of this
Man
make
ponds.
sense to you?
Can you pause it?
Because it doesn't to me.
I just wanted to hear like him say a couple more like other day-to-day problems in Canada because I don't keep up with their stuff as much obviously as I do here. But so it's funny just because they have a lot of like the similar problems that we do. Yeah, so please hit the like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know in the comment section how you guys feel about man ponds coming to a bathroom near you. This has been Never Famous. I'm Audi. He is Ro, and we appreciate y'all for tuning in. Thank you.